What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be looking at 5 players that could replace Raheem Sterling at Manchester City after Raheem Sterling apparently has come out and he has made it clear that he will run down his contract at Manchester City. It means that City will probably look to try and sell Raheem Sterling this summer, so if that does happen, I want to have a look at some players that City maybe could replace Raheem Sterling with this summer. And if he does run his contract down, he doesn't sign a new contract at Manchester City, then some of these players will be applicable as well going into next summer as well. So we're going to have a look at that. But before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe. I am rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer transfer window. I will be doing another transfer update, by the way, tonight for you guys to enjoy. So if you haven't already, do make sure you have subscribed. We're now less than 700 subs away from my goal of 25,000 subscribers. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too. But to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business enquiries, leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. Let's aim for 300 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. And also don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If Sterling wants to leave, who do you want to replace him? So let's crack on with this video. We're going to run it pretty much in any order. I wouldn't say there's any player that's more or less likely because there isn't too much news out there. So the first player I want to speak about is Mohamed Salah. Now, he's a 29-year-old Egyptian winger. Don't really need to introduce him because everybody knows who Salah is. But he's got 1 year left on his contract at Liverpool, and they're no closer to getting him on a new deal. And he's in a pretty similar situation to what Raheem Sterling is. And so, could Manchester City maybe be tempted to test Liverpool's resolve here to try and sign Salah this summer? Very far-fetched, that one. What's more than likely to happen with regards to Salah is he'll run down his contract and he'll become a free agent next summer, where Manchester City, if they did want a winger for next summer, could well put their offer forward to Salah to try and convince him to join Manchester City, because that would be a massive coup for City. It'd be a big blow to Liverpool. It'd be a big game for Manchester City, a big high-profile signing once more, and a player I can guarantee would score goals, get assists, and suit Manchester City down to the ground. Why? Because Salah is world-class. The problem, especially for this summer, I don't see Liverpool selling Salah to us. Ideally, I'd like to have Mane here as well, because I think he's world class as well. But he looks set for Bayern Munich, and Liverpool, quite frankly, just aren't going to sell to another Premier League rival, and certainly not going to sell to Manchester City. But with Salah's contract running down, that I would say that not all the cards are with Liverpool at this stage when it comes to Mohamed Salah. And considering he's made 51 appearances, 31 goals, 16 assists in all competitions, in my opinion, definitely a player City should be looking at if we need to replace Raheem Sterling. Now, another player, again, a little bit of a stretch, a little bit far-fetched, but it's getting mentioned out there, so I want to talk about it. Leroy Sane. Anyone fancy him returning? Now, whilst we've got Pep Guardiola here, I don't see Pep Guardiola wanting to work with a player that he's already worked with once at Manchester City and having him return. It's not really how City do their business. It's not really how Pep Guardiola does his business as well. And often you look at players when they do want to leave Manchester City and kick on, you look at a case of never come back, don't return, go and try your efforts elsewhere. Now, he's not done too bad for Bayern Munich. I know some people out there have said that, he's not kicked on as much as they were hoping, but 45 appearances, 14 goals and 15 assists in all competitions for Bayern isn't bad at all. But it all depends on, do Bayern Munich want to sell Leroy Sané? Considering the future of Robert Lewandowski is in doubt at Bayern Munich, I can't imagine them wanting to lose more attacking players as well. But Leroy Sane has hinted before, he's still got affection there for Manchester City. He obviously still holds a close place in his heart, Manchester City as well. And I think if Man City did want Leroy Sane to return, I think he'd be pretty open to returning. I just don't think that Manchester City will. But should Raheem Sterling leave, is a Leroy Sane a player City could be looking at? Let me know your thoughts. And another player from Bayern Munich I want to speak about is Serge Gnabry. Now, he's a 26-year-old, same as Leroy Sané, plays for Bayern Munich, same as Leroy Sané, German, like Leroy Sane. He's made 45 appearances, like Leroy Sané. However, he scored 17 goals, so that's 3 goals more this season than what Sané has, but Sané's got 15 assists and Gnabry's got 10 assists. Again, don't see Bayern Munich selling Gnabry, but he has been getting linked with other clubs around the Premier League, including Liverpool. I'd keep a very close eye on what Liverpool, which players Liverpool are looking at and what where they want to go in their business, because if Mane does leave to go to Bayern Munich, that does create a little bit of a gap opening there for maybe one of their wide players like Sané or Gnabry to potentially come to Manchester City, and that might be something that we may want to go and have a look at. So we'll see. Gnabry's class, Sané's class. I wouldn't say no to either of these players should Raheem Sterling want to leave. Here he is. Billy's back. The return of Billy. He's here still with me. Hey, right. Next player I want to speak about is Rafael Leão, the 22-year-old Portuguese winger, plays for AC Milan. Now, he's made 42 appearances so far in this, well, I say in this current season, the season's ended, but he's made 42 appearances, scoring 14 goals and assisting 12. Again, pretty good season. 22 years old. It's got room for improvement. Definitely an age City normally look for when it comes to players. The only problem we've got when it comes to this transfer is there is a lot of interest from around Europe in him, but we know that Manchester City are interested. We know that Manchester City are having a look at him as well, and he is definitely an option that Manchester City will look at this summer should Raheem Sterling make it extremely clear that he doesn't want to continue at City. It's a whole different ball game with Man City selling Sterling. It's going to take a lot to get through that transfer, but definitely something that Manchester City will want to keep an eye out for. Now, the final player I want to speak about, Christopher Nkunku, the 24-year-old French winger, plays for RB Leipzig. He's made 51 appearances, scoring a whopping 35 goals and assisting 20. He has had an outstanding season, and he can apparently be picked up for roughly around 70 million euros. Manchester United are believed to be interested. No mention of Manchester City at this time, but in my opinion, if there is any player around the world that Manchester City want to have a look at when it comes to direct wingers, someone that's going to offer something to us that we haven't got, that will help to replace the pace that Raheem Sterling has got, and Nkunku is the player I would like Manchester City to replace Raheem Sterling with, should Sterling want to leave. Now, in an ideal world, I want Sterling to stay. I'd like Sterling to be utilised on the right-hand side. I think he's better on the right-hand side than he is on the left-hand side. I think he looks more dynamic, he looks more decisive, he looks sharper, he looks better, he looks more in confidence playing on that right-hand side. And with Erling Haaland signing for Manchester City as well, I'm confident that Sterling would be able to excel because it will create space for him. He won't have to think as much. He'll be thinking about, give the ball to Haaland, give the ball to Haaland. All right, there's an opening here for me, I'm just going to shoot. And I think that'll help his game. And Raheem Sterling, he's the type of player, I mean, his stats just to compare, he's made 47 appearances, 17 goals and 9 assists in the last season for Manchester City. Considering he's quick, direct, 27 years old as well, he's a good player, and if we can, I'd get him on a new contract. If not, and he does want to leave, ideally you'd want him sold this summer rather than leave for free next summer, because Man City end up making a £50 million loss from what we signed him for, when we've got the option here to more than likely be able to make profit, because when a player of the calibre of Raheem Sterling comes available, then you're looking at big money regardless of him having a year left on his contract or not. He has got a year left on his contract, and to me, if he does want to leave, it's all about where he wants to leave to, and do the finances make sense for the buying club in this stance. We know that Arsenal have been mentioned, Chelsea are interested. I think Chelsea would be a very good move for him if he wants to go there. I don't see City wanting to sell to another Premier League team. Is there interest from abroad? We know that he said he'd like to play for an elite European team, just hasn't happened as of yet. But like I said, the player I'd like to replace him with would be Nkunku should Raheem Sterling want to leave. I'd rather he stayed, but if he is to leave, Nkunku, he's the guy I want. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Which player would you like to replace Raheem Sterling with should he leave? Now, I do want to give a very quick special mention to Heung-Min's son. Outstanding player, 45 appearances, 24 goals and 10 assists for Tottenham Hotspur. He's an outstanding player. If he ever becomes available, South Korean, 29 years old, he would be amazing. He'd be an incredible player. I just don't see him leaving Tottenham Hotspur, particularly now with them making the Champions League. I know that Liverpool, they're getting linked as well. So I wanted to give a mention to some, because some people will suggest that. And I'm sure there's other players I haven't mentioned, so do let me know in the comments below. So there we go, that has been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up, 300 likes, that's the aim. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If Sterling does leave, it's capital I and a capital F. If he wants to leave, who would you like to replace him with, and why? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new around here. Daily Manchester City transfer updates coming for you guys to enjoy, so don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Social media links, they're in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below, so if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I will see you all again later on today for the next Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now. Billy, he also says goodbye.